What up? This is Grammy Award winning record producer and recording artist Fanatic, aka Billy Lennox, and you are watching Amplified Exposure Live with Teresa B. Alright? Peace. Keep shining, let it shine like a diamond.
Good afternoon, Facebook. This is your girl, Teresa B, coming to you live from Amplified Exposure Live. And today I have my wonderful and beautiful guests, Mr. Jammin J. Lamont, Mr. Howard Hewett, and Mr. Marcus Wildstyle. They came on today to be my special guests because they like me. So for those of you that are out there in La La Land, TV Land, Roku Land, join us because we're about to have a special moment. Kumbaya with these wonderful, wonderful stars that I have on today. How are y'all doing today? Hello, Mr. Lamont, Mr. Hewett, and Mr. Wildstyle. How's it going?
How you doing? Good.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hello. I'm so glad to see y'all here today. This is a day that I have been waiting for a very long time. I got these people on here. Kim Wilson says she's excited. Debbie Reynolds, awesome lineup. Good evening, Ann Allen, and wonderful men, Debbie said. Awesome. So you'll have a couple of people coming in and out, saying a few good things about y'all. But let's get started because we have a lot to talk about. So first of all, I want the audience to know that Mr. Howard Hewett is like one of my biggest and greatest artists of all time. I used to dance around my auntie's fireplace and do little shout moves. I thought I had a little bit of rhythm, but yes, I did. But I enjoyed hearing your music throughout the years. I loved you with Shalamar. I loved you with when you went solo. So let's start with you. How did you get started in the music industry?
How did I get started in music and the music industry? Wow, we got that. How far back you want to go? It was like I've been singing. I've been singing since I was 10 years old, and I mean, professionally, they say that there's two concepts of professionalism. One concept is when, you make your first dollar, you know what I mean? But I know people who made $1 and then they didn't make another dollar until 10 years later. So I don't know if that would be considered professional, you know what I mean? But the other concept is when you can, sustain yourself. This is what you do. That's what professionalism is. So like I started singing when I was 10, when I could kind of take care of myself. I guess I was about 20, 21 or so when I started. Well, that was like, my income. And so, that I got started back in Ohio, back in Akron, Ohio. Singing, first of all, we had a gospel group called the Hewett Singers. My three sisters sang behind me, and I was about, like I said, 10, 11 years old. So I was like the lead singer. And we used to, do a lot of stuff. My mom was a professional gospel promoter in the Akron, Cleveland, Canton area. So, she brought in a whole bunch of people that she brought in were like James Cleveland, Albertina Walker and the Caravans. When Shirley Caesar was with them, she brought Aretha Franklin in a couple of times, for just for a gospel thing that she was doing. And once the group was able to work, of course, we opened up every show that she would bring in. So nepotism was alive and well in our family. So, so she brought in when we would open up the shows, and then in the summertime, when we were out of school, we'd do the like the chitlin circuit up and down the East Coast and Midwest and stuff. And that's how I got started. Yeah.
Wow. And so I read in, was it 1977 when the group Shalamar came together? Is that correct?
Yeah, I was, but I didn't come in until 79, I think it was, because I was the third lead singer they had.
Oh, wow. I didn't
Mm.
know that. So you're the only lead singer I know about. So
Well,
what happened to the other two?
no, they had because the first single they came out with was this single called Uptown Festival. It was like a medley rather of Motown hits and done into like a disco type of fashion, and that's why sometimes as far as like disco music, some people get mad because I always say that disco was not like my favorite music, you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
because of the fact it was kind of like a lot of times it was a form of music and it was a genre of music, but as far as like the credibility of the groups that were some of the disco groups, sometimes people would put stuff together, go into the studio, put a single together, and then they would put it out there. The single would start making some noise, and then they have to run and try and put a group together. The group that's actually out there performing it sometimes wasn't even the group that recorded it. So it was like a false sense of situation for me. But when Shalamar Uptown Festival came out, they had this cat named Gary Mumford, and he sang lead on Uptown Festival. And then once it started, making some noise, that's when they pulled Jeffrey and Jody off of the Soul Train show. I used to watch Soul Train back in Ohio before I even came out here to California, and would like watch the show just like every black family, back in the day. About 12 noon, we would be in front of the TV watching Soul Train, and I used to see Jeffrey and Jody on Soul Train, and that was before Shalimar even existed, before I even got out here. I was still back in Ohio. And so and then they did Gary Mumford, from what I understand, he went back to the church. And then they had this cat Gerald Brown from Cincinnati, and he sang the lead for Take That to the Bank. And so then I came in. Gerald Brown split, and I got the offer to join the group, and I came in like in '79, and I think the first single that first album I did, Big Fun, and then the single was of course second time around. So so, so
Awesome.
Jay, man.
So, so Jay, your turn.
Oh no, I can't come behind that. No, not with Howard Hewett. No, no, no. I'm like this. Like I'm enjoying this. You don't need
Me too.
you don't need to talk to me. I said that's my brother right there.
I appreciate that story because now we have the facts. Because I really thought you were like the only lead singer that they ever had. I didn't even know.
No, they had two others before me. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right, Mr. Lamont.
Yes.
The comedian that has been everywhere. I got you down for, well, first you're a preacher.
Not a preacher. Preacher's son. Preacher's son.
PK.
PK.
Oh,
Okay,
preacher's son.
No, not that. I could act a preacher, but I'm not a preacher. Because when God reaches out.
I just gave you a false title. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good.
Well, I see that you've been on BET, you've been on Comic View, you've been Martin Lawrence, with Luther Vandross, the OJs. You have some other names, big names that you've been with. Tell us about your career. How did it get started?
Well, nothing like my man Howard Hewett, but I will say that what a lot of people don't know, and I think I've told Howard this a couple of times that I've worked with him. And first, let me just say I'm so honored to be on here alongside Howard, because when I see a brother like him, I know you don't want to hear all that. I know, Howard, I know you don't want to hear all that, but you're a legend, man, in my book. And
you're Texan.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, but for me, I started out in music. Music is my background, and that's what I started out doing. I've started out singing in the church. My father, like I said, my father was a pastor. My mother was the first lady. She was a musician, so she played for the church choir. So that was really where the foundation was for me. I think if you were to ask me what's the first audience for me, it was church. It was the congregation. I was singing, but I always had a knack for making people laugh. I would always kind of clown around and do silly things, imitate certain people. So as a kid, whatever I would hear on the radio, I would start mimicking a singer. I was always into the singers, like Marvin Gaye. If it was Marvin Gaye, Bobby Womack, Isley Brothers, Michael Jackson, I would listen to a song that they did on the radio, and I just start pantomiming, just imitating them. And so as I got into junior high school and high school, anytime there was a talent show, a lot of my friends who I did not know had so much, there was a lot of talent, if you will. There was a couple of guys that I grew up in the same neighborhood with, and they decided to put a band together. And there was a talent show that was getting ready to happen at my school. So they were looking for a singer. So they thought about me. They said, why don't we get Jay? So one of the guys said, man, why don't you come on and sing with us, man? Because, we don't sing, we all play. So we need you as the singer. And that's pretty much how it started. But then it was later on that I said, if things don't work out with the stuff that I was doing with the music, I'll give comedy a try. So there were some talent shows I would get up and sing. Other talent shows I would do a comedy set. But what I decided to do was I was going to do something unique. I was going to mix my musical talents with comedy. So I'm gonna make you laugh. I'm gonna do a little joke, but I'm gonna also do a little something. Like it's like I'm a joke with you, but then I'm gonna be like, okay, check this out. I'll do a little song here, do a little sound effect or whatever. So, and that's how it all started. Never could have imagined that I would be on certain TV shows, and I can remember sitting at home one night watching Showtime at the Apollo, and then a couple of years later, I get a phone call. Somebody saw me at a competition that I did. It was a comedy competition, if you will, and they said, we'd like to get you on Showtime at the Apollo. Next thing you know, I'm flying to New York. My first time in New York was Apollo, and then Def Comedy Jam came around. They heard about this Jammin J. Lamont, BET's Comic. You heard about me. And I was like, this is crazy. I didn't think this would happen. So I said, well, maybe I'll do comedy for right now, and I'll just go back into music later on. And then next thing you know, other shows came around, and it's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Wow, these questions are pouring in. One person said, "Did you do the church announcements?"
No, I didn't do that. No, that wasn't me. There's a lot of stuff that I do in my act that involves church. I mean, there's one thing I think what stands out when I do my church stuff is when I do that old church deacon. Everybody can relate to this. Anybody in the Black church got that one church deacon when he starts singing that hymn during Sunday school and worship. You don't know what he's saying, but you sang right along with him. Let us stand. We don't know what he's saying. Howard knows what I'm talking about. Howard knows what I'm talking about. Then when he gets ready to pray, what do? We sit down and do like this. What does he say? You don't know what he's saying. Heavenly Father, Heavenly Father, when I think we're going to come down. See, we don't know what he said, but I don't know if the Lord knows. I don't know if the Lord knows what he said.
I don't know what tongue that was in, but it's not familiar. Yeah. Okay. Well, pretty good. So you was like a triple threat because you had Jesus and you had a voice and you had the comedy.
Yeah. And so, and like I said, like even when I was in college, I actually was in an R&B band in college that we started. I started out with a band with a couple of classmates of mine, and we had recorded some demos. As a matter of fact, there's probably like maybe 400 tracks that I'm singing on that's sitting on the shelf in the studio right now. And we were trying to get a record deal at the time. The few people that we met who we thought was going to help us out, they didn't really help us out. So that's when I said, you know what, I tell you what, I told the fellas, I said, look here, I'm going to give comedy a try because there's a couple of talent contests I'm going to try to get in, and I'm going to do the comedy. And what's funny is that one of the guys in the band said, you know what you ought to do, Jay? While you out there joking with him, let them know, show them your musical talent. So that's pretty much how that idea came. I'll just mix the two together and do one complete show. Yeah.
Mhm.
And what's funny, here's what's funny. When you were talking about some of the acts I opened for, never could have imagined that of some of the people that I would open up for, including Howard. I remember when I first met Howard. I don't know if you remember this, Howard. I think I told you this. We met years ago in Tulsa, Oklahoma. You were in town to do a concert, and I was your opening act. And I remember, and I can't remember. I don't remember who the promoter was. And they said, you're going to open up for Howard Hewett. I said, what? My man from Shalamar? Oh, I lost my mind. I was like, oh my God. So I'm sitting there. Your love to me is very simple. Okay, I'll let Howard handle that. I'm sorry, Howard. I'm sorry, Howard. I don't play games with your tender heart. Okay, I'm sorry.
Come on, man. Come on.
I was waiting.
I love you, girl.
That's how I feel. I'm for real.
I'm for real. Oh, I got the sax. I got the sax. Yeah, I'll be his backup band. I'll be Howard's backup band.
You are funny. You are funny. Now I got some oldies but goodies since we were waiting on Wildstyle to come back, but it looks like he's having some technical difficulties.
Oh, wow.
How about y'all fill me in about him? I know he is a promoter. Tell me something about Mr. Marcus.
Marcus is a thug.
Yeah. Howard said it. I didn't. He said
he ain't on here now. He's a thug. No, not really. Marcus is the nicest cat in the world. And we started working together. Man, it's been so long ago now. I can't even remember exactly when. But you know, he's a great promoter. Not only just in the San Diego area, but you know, around the country and stuff. And oh, there he is.
Yep, that's him.
Remember exactly when.
Mr. Wildstyle, I was asking them for them to tell me about you since we had got off the camera for a little bit. But now you can talk for yourself. Tell us about you. How did you get started with?
I told him, Marcus, you a thug.
Yeah, we said you a thug, Marcus. That's what Howard said.
He's a one thug.
Tell us about it, Mr. Marcus. Yeah, I can hear you.
Hear me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard. No,
that's Marcus.
I just do the damn thing. You know what I mean? I've been blessed to work with numerous of people, and I mean, you know, I've been working with Howard and Jay both for numerous of years, and it's been a tremendous blessing. I love comedy. I love laughter. I mean, you know, that's my prime time right there. And I love music. So, you know, I fit right in, you know what I mean? And it's been a real educational tour for me. You know, I've been blessed to work with the Patti LaBelle's, the Charlie Wilson's, the Whispers, I mean, Gladys Knight, you know, you name it. God has blessed me and opened up some doors. You know, I've traveled around with Howard and Jay, numerous of states, and you know that's a total team right there. I mean, you got a show sitting right in front of you, and it's just a blessing, man. We keep on going, you know, and you know my goal is to do what I got to do and do it the best way, you know, through the education and the artists who have set me down and told me there's only one way to do it, and that's the correct way, you know. And I can remember one time me and Howard, I think we was in Ohio. And this was some years back, you know, and he sat me down and he said,
you can't tell that.
I have the right to choose who is on the Howard Hewitt's team. And he said, we've been doing this for a while. And he commanded me. And it was like, man, numerous of years before that ever came out of him, you know. And the blessing is, you know, he took a break and he made it happen. But you know, we've been on this road for quite a while, man, and things open back up. You know, I mean, we're headed to Africa. We got 4 shows in Africa. Howard and Freddie Jackson. I mean, we got some old school stuff coming up in the States. I mean, that we know we couldn't do. The pandemic shut us down. But the blessing is when it opened back up, look for us. We'll be definitely coming to a city near you.
Yep,
To Atlanta?
I'm waiting on my vaccine. Boy. Yeah.
Get your vaccine. Get your vaccine.
That vaccine, boy. I need to find out more about that vaccine. Yes, I need that vaccine.
Look at Marcus. Marcus tell you about it. It's like gold.
What? Not
about
Marcus.
The vaccine. I want to know about that vaccine.
What do you know about it, Marcus? I need to find out more about that vaccine. Yes, I need that vaccine.
Well, actually, I've had the first shot, and I go back Friday for the second shot.
Yep.
Oh.
The thing. That's why that's what it.
I've had the first shot, and Friday I'll be going for my second shot.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, a lot of people have some people have hesitations. I hear more and more, a little bit more, accepting to what's happening. But what I think the biggest misconception is that people think that, COVID-19 back like in February, and then they started rushing, and now they got a vaccine. But see, that's not how it is. Maybe 25% of the vaccines that are out there, maybe 25% has to do with research from February to now, COVID-19. But 75% of these are taken from research that are out there for the last with research 20 years or so. So like, I mean, at first, I was like, there's no way. I want Trump to line his family up in the and let them get the see him. But now, after you figure on there, you research the whole, find out majority of this vaccines have been, dealing with since the last 20 years, last years. So, I mean, I deal with vaccines all the time. When I have to go to Africa, I got to take a vaccine. I started taking the flu shot about 10 years ago, and it's worked extremely well. And so, like, and bottom line, people just ain't gonna do what they're supposed to do. They're about their rights. Wearing a little mask is concerned, and a mask is more effective actually than a vaccine at this. So people complain about putting on masks. I'm hoping that even when this is done, that the whole mask thing, in some sense, stays with us. Masking up is just another way of me saying I care about my fellow man. If I wake up, I got sneeze or whatever, and I still got to go out, then I take my mask and I put a mask on, so that I won't spread it to somebody else, and so people with last thank God on administration is like they made mask a political thing and a sign of weakness. That's crazy. That's really crazy. So, but I'm with you, brother.
I got my mask. I put it on when I go on the screen, in front of the screen. I get mine right here. Yeah, we should have a mask on while we're talking like this. Yeah, we should have a mask on.
I'm not fooling with you, Mr. Lamont.
All right. You know what? We should have been wearing these masks. I'm gonna tell you right. There are some people out there that don't look bad, that look real bad, that need a mask. You ever thought about that? Put a mask on.
I know. It's like take off. They ain't got teeth, nothing.
Right. Put a mask on. That's right. Yeah.
I'm gonna play Mr. Hewett's video. I wanna do which one I want to do. I think I want to do second time around. That's what I want to do. Yes, we about to jam for about 3 seconds. Hold on, y'all.
Here we go.
we don't own the rights to that music. So Facebook don't giving me no hard time later.
Ooh.
Y'all be trying to shut my videos down every time I show a video.
That was the song.
That was the song.
Hey, Howard. Hey, Howard. I can hear Don Cornelius right now. How about a gang for Shalamar?
Yeah.
Give it up one time for Howard Hewett.
Yeah. Man,
can you sing just a little bit of that? Just a little bit.
Huh?
Can
you sing just a little bit of that second time? Just a little bit.
Oh, Jay, go ahead. Jay.
No, you, Howard. No, you. I'll back you up. I'll back you up.
You can sing 10 or 12 miles down the road.
I do the sound in the background of pew, pew, pew.
That was that disco, man. Disco.
I got the boom, 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 boom.
That's exactly how it sounds too.
Yeah.
That's before beatbox. Y'all had something going on. Y'all started beatboxing and y'all didn't even know it.
I know, man. There was like, shoot, all kind of stuff was happening back there. We didn't even know what we were doing. We were so young. I was having fun. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like, I think that was one of the things that was a good thing, but I think it was our detriment also, because when we got to that point where we were breaking up. I mean, it was like, we needed somebody to sit there and say, do you know what you guys have accomplished at this time?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know this is not something that you can just, like, you know, flip your nose up at? I mean,
Right.
we were number one across the board. But we were like, I was like, what, 25, 24, 25 years old, somewhere around there, and 26 years old. And just like doing it, just hanging out, just having a good time. And, thank God, we, all three of us, have made certain choices in our lives that helped us sustain, after Shalamar. I mean, I still
Mm-hmm.
Shalamar, over in the UK, throughout Europe, throughout parts of Africa and Asia. It's me, Jeffrey Daniel, and Carolyn Griffin. But I mean, there's so many groups that survive certain things. They didn't survive breakups. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Right.
I thank God for that all the time. I mean, Jody's doing well. Jeffrey's doing well. And I'm doing well. Everybody's cool. But it would, to have that one, that one reunion. People always talk about that, and I think, I tell them the name of the tour would be. I got the perfect name of the tour. It's like one time only. One time only. So if y'all want to see this, we coming to your city one time only. And then if it goes well, then you can come back and say, well, second time around. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's pretty
Yep.
cool. Pretty
So,
cool.
Yep.
but it's all about, it's about, Shalamar. What Shalamar is a business. It was a business also. Although it was a group, yeah, but it was also a business. And like, fortunately nobody's been able to really, replicate it. We've done, me and Jeff and Carolyn have carved a really cool niche for ourselves out in the UK and overseas and stuff. And but it's like, you would love to bring it here, but sometimes it's kind of crazy. Stuff gets nuts.
Yeah. We'll definitely come to Atlanta because I want to see. I've never seen you in concert before, so that
One
would be
time only, one time.
one
That's it.
time,
Mhm.
Unless
and then the second time around.
it makes about 20 million second time around. You know what I'm saying? So
That would be pretty dope. That would be really dope. Well, thank y'all so much for coming on our show. So, what's next? Because I know, Mr. Lamont, you have the Back Down Memory Lane tour that was supposed to get started before COVID, or did that ever happen?
No, actually, no. What that is, that's my live. I have a live comedy DVD that's on that you can purchase on my website, and it's
Okay.
called Back Down Memory Lane. And I also have a new single. I'm back into doing my music now, so I have a single out called Certified Love. That if anybody wants to check it out, they can go to all streaming platforms: Spotify, Napster, iTunes. Get the song Certified Love. And
Mhm.
I got some other music I'm working on, and working on an album as well. So, and hoping that this virus will go away one day. We'll be back out there doing what we love, and I can go back on the road with my big brother, Howard Hewitt.
That would be great.
be out
Now,
Yeah,
there.
Mr.
yeah.
What do you have coming up next?
Well, I just same thing. I just actually got back from Maryland and Nashville back yesterday. So this is like I've always said. I believe that the smaller venues will open up first, and because you can do them, and I did the winery in Nashville and the Birchmere in Arlington, Virginia, and you know, they opened up with limited capacity, and I think the Birchmere less than 500, but they opened up with about 150 people or so. The main thing for me, as far as that was concerned, they were socially distanced. Everybody had masks. Everybody was, and I was, you know, a distance away, a little bit away from the stage. But right now, that's the way that we have to. And what I don't want is for is those type of venues to, you know, to go under. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's very important. We gotta figure this thing out and take it step by step, and be, you know, safe with each other. But in the meantime, I think that kind of tied me over for a minute until it'd be like AV, after vaccine. You know what I mean? And
Right.
then I can jump back out there. But in the meantime, I'll do my set in mini series every Friday night Facebook fan page, and we have a good time on that. Stay on for about 35 minutes or 40 minutes, something. And then I do my walks. I you know, because I started walking. Well, I started doing cardio, getting cardio at the beginning of this whole thing, because cardio is so important as far as this virus is concerned. The virus thrives on low immune systems, and like the you know, vitamin D deficiencies and all that kind of stuff. And so, like, beginning when we first started out and shut in this whole shut in situation, you know, I said, you know, we can be shut in, but we don't have couch potatoes. So I would go out there and walk. Then I started going on live, and I started this thing as called FACC and life, right? And it's fresh air conversation, fresh air car conversation and life. And you know, I go on like every day. You know, basically I walk, except for, you know, I walk on weekends, but I don't go on weekends. But you know, I go on, and people come on there, and then we talk about some stuff. You know, when the when the election was going on and the campaign was going on, man, I just had to get stuff off my chest because it was some stupid, crazy stuff. So you know, I do that. And from there, uh, some uh, some ladies on here, they started a little site, you know, from the FACC situation. They started called Howard's Girls, and so so we got some on here, Yamini and Debbie Ula and Renee Jimerson, all them on here. I see y'all out there. I see y'all out there. Yeah. So it's a thing called Howard, which is really cool, and not, you know, narcissistic, you know, point of situation, but because, you know, like what happened, people start community, and they start little, and is a community that's been started for each other. They time uh, conversation, the whole thing, because conversation, that's what it's all about. It's all, if we
Right.
don't communicate, we're not gonna get nothing. So we gotta communicate. And you know, just like Marcus said, we some more some more gigs and stuff as things get safer, as it gets safer to come out. So we'll do some more stuff. So a bunch of stuff. I'm writing a book. I'm gonna write my book. Finally got into writing a book, you know, so I can take all the stuff. Jay,
Nice.
Jay went out on the road and his shenanigans
What?
out there. Yeah.
So you can do a book tour, a concert, and have the comedy on the side.
There you go. There you go. That's all in that.
Can do it.
All good.
Awesome. Awesome.
Hey,
Well,
Teresa. If you don't mind, I forgot to mention my website. I know a few people were saying, Jay, what's the website we can order your DVD? If you want to get my, if you want to get my live comedy DVD, you can also, I got my new t-shirt. So, that's my new t-shirt right there. So you can go to my website, thejlamont.com, TheJayLamont.com, thejlamont. And like I said, my new single Certified Love is on all streaming platforms. Just trying to make some income. If you want to buy me, if you'd like to purchase me, we'll talk offline. Offline.
And Mr. Marcus, if someone wanted to book any of these gentlemen here, how would they reach you to do so?
619-851-8401. Marcus Wildstyle. We'll handle it for you.
Say
We'll bring you the best of the best.
And anytime you call Marcus, and Howard, you know this. Anytime you call Marcus, he'll answer the phone. How you doing? How you doing? You can call. I remember one time, Howard, I called Marcus and said, Marcus, I ran out of gas. Can you help me out? How you doing? I said, never mind how I'm doing. Can you help me out, Marcus? How you doing? That's him.
I've enjoyed y'all so much. I hate to say goodbye. I really do. Mr. Hewett.
Yes, ma'am.
If they wanted to reach you, how can they do so? Join your fan page? You got a website?
Come on, Howard Hewett fan page, Facebook.com/Howard Hewett fan page. Instagram is Howard_Hewett. If it's not Howard_Hewett, it's not me. Okay, so little all small letters, Howard_Hewett, because there's a bunch. See, Instagram hasn't given me my verification code yet, emblem yet. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I don't know. I don't understand it. I have it on Facebook. I have it on my Twitter page, but for some reason, Instagram won't give it to me. And one of the main reasons why I want it is because there's a whole bunch of fake pages out there,
Right.
and there's a whole bunch of guys on those fake pages that are trying to say that they're me, and some people are not savvy enough to look and see. A lot of times, all you have to do is like look and see how many followers somebody's had. If somebody comes on there and says, I'm Howard Hewett, what's up, what's going on, and you check them out and they got 5 followers, 9 times out of 10, that's not Howard Hewett, not the one that you is either. Wow. So until then, it's Howard, small letters, _Hewett, small letters. And the Twitter page is Just a Vocalist, JUSTAVOCALIST, Just a Vocalist. And I have my YouTube channel. We just launched the YouTube channel. And if you go on there, you'll go on there at Howard Hewett YouTube channel, have a good time. But remember to subscribe so that we get all those numbers up there and we can start doing a lot of fun stuff then. And also there's HowardHewittMusic.com. But I'm gonna start. I'll start putting that together also. You didn't even know about that, Marcus, did you? You didn't even know about that one.
Marcus doing something.
I know. What's he doing, Marcus?
He said, how you doing? How you doing?
He's doing a tubing.
Marcus.
One lady asked, could you have the concert in her living room?
And
why?
It'll be right in their living room. We'll live stream it. Right there. It'll be like you're right there.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
Howard, we got to say hello to a dear friend. I think you know her. There was a song that she co-produced and wrote that I think you're on and I think I'm on. Silver Sharp is on here. Silver Logan Sharp.
Yeah, Silver Logan Sharp. Yeah. That's my
What's
baby.
up, Silver?
That's my baby, Silver.
Yeah. She has a song out called No More Color Lines. You all have to check it out. It's amazing.
Man, I'm telling you, Silver has one of those voices though, man, that just,
oh wow.
I mean, just man, it's crazy. She is amazing. She has an amazing instrument, and I could just sit and listen to her sing all day.
Yeah, So you need to see the video.
Yeah, she can come on anytime. Have her come on the show. We can do a show with her.
Yeah, you need to talk to her.
She did a lot of stuff. Did a lot of stuff for the last 15, 20 years or so with Chic, with Nile.
Yeah,
now
she worked with Chic.
Yeah.
So shout out. So y'all have to check out the video. Check out that video. No More Color Lines. Howard is in it. I'm in it. A few others. So it's amazing. You got to check it out.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank y'all so much for coming on my show today. Thank you again, Mr. Marcus, for making this all possible. Thank you, Mr. Jammin J. Lamont and Mr. Howard Hewett. You know I got to go out with a Shalamar song. I just got to. Let me find it.
Over and over, it's got to be real. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry about
that. On how you're making me feel, darling.
And
baby.
Yeah, this is for the love I yes. You see that, Howard? This is.
There you go. A lot of people say that. You know,
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
yep.
Yeah. I used to play that song because I forgot to mention, Teresa, I used to be on the radio. A lot of people have a lot of friends out there who remember me on the radio. I worked in a few markets. I worked in Dallas, Houston, Oklahoma City. And that was one of the few songs I used to play. When I would do the slow jams on my show, they say, hey, Jay, play that song. Play, This Is For the Loving You. Play that. Play Howard Hewett once, twice, 3 times. That's my jam.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
When that song, I remember the first time I danced with your baby. Yes.
I probably kissed my first boyfriend on that song. I don't even remember. I probably did. I probably kissed my first boyfriend listening to that song.
It was a slow song. The lights.
Oh, come on, Howard. I'm right behind you, Howard. Once.
Then I kissed her once, and my head started spinning.
Hold on, y'all.
Oh no!
Hold on. I'll get back to you. Hold on. I'm on live. I'm live.
You were silly. Thank y'all again. I will talk to y'all the next time. See you in Atlanta. Be safe. Make sure to get your shot. And don't forget Teresa B and the crew. We got like 60 comments that I still have to show. Like, you guys made this show everything. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Take care.
See you, fellas.
Be safe.
tonight.